Okay, obviously this is where your battery is located, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing this bracket right here. We're going to be removing the negative cable first, and we're going to remove the positive cable second. Take the battery out, install the new battery, put the positive cable on first, and the negative cable on last. And here's some of the tools that you're going to need to use to remove it. Fairly simple. You can use it's a 10 millimeter socket. I usually stick it on a driver handle because it makes it a little bit easier. A ratchet in case everything is tight. A 10 millimeter wrench to remove the cables. And this is what I use to save the memory on in the computer of the car. I have a battery box that I plug this into the battery box, and then plug this end into the power port inside the vehicle. You turn the key to the on position, and you'll be able to save the memory, so you won't have to reset the code on the clock. So let me bring this into the car, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to find your power outlet and plug your jump start box or power saver. They sell a battery saver in the auto parts stores too. And we plug this into here. And you know you have an anti-theft radio when you see this light blinking right here. It's the anti-theft. So let's just turn the key to the on position. Alright, key to the on position. And now we'll go underneath the hood and we'll remove the battery. Alright, fairly simple. We're just going to remove a couple of things and we'll take that battery right out of there. Okay. Okay, you know what I said? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take off these bolts here that actually hold the battery hold downs. We're going to take these off and we're going to relocate them to the side. Notice when you take these out, they have little hooks on the bottom, and that's what hooks in down on the hold the battery in there. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the negative cable off first. Make sure that your wrench doesn't accidentally hit into the other side there. Take the positive off also. And you want to do this as quickly as possible because you don't want to have a problem with your power saver going dead. In my case, it's not going to happen. If you're using a smaller one, it could. Alright, remove your battery, and you're going to put your new battery in the exact same way you took it out. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Remember the plus sign is the positive. And the minus sign is obviously your negative. Put your cover back over the top. And before you put your hold down back on, reattach your positive cable and tighten it up. And then we're going to reattach our negative and tighten that up. Now before I go any further, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to turn the key back off because we don't need that power saver any longer. Okay, then we're we're going to reattach our hold down that we previously took off, hook it back in where you took it out, and then tighten up the hold downs. Nice and snug. They don't have to be too tight. It's just holding it from moving around in the car. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to reattach our cover on the top of the positive. And that's it. You're all set. All right? Fairly easy. Just watch what you're doing. Make sure your wrenches don't touch anything, because even if you have the negative disconnected, you have power being fed back through the system by the power saver. I do get a lot of emails from subscribers asking where they can purchase the memory saver as well as the booster pack that I'm using. Now, the one that I'm using, just so you know, it's a commercial grade. There's no need for you to purchase something so expensive. You can buy the smaller booster type pack or the memory savers that you'll find in my Amazon store down below this video. If you click on that link, it'll bring you over to my store, and all of the tools that you see me using in this video will be in my store, so you could take a look at them. And just so you know, I do make a small commission off of anything that's purchased from my Amazon store. Okay, now that you've got everything reattached and reconnected the way it's supposed to be, if you've done your job correctly and you saved your memory on the with your memory saver box that I have here, and the cables that we used here, you should be able to turn the key on, and you should have the current time, and your radio will work. If you had made a mistake, the radio wouldn't turn on, and then you'd have to re-enter your code into the radio to get it to turn back on. All right, thanks again. See you on the next one.